Bum, 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 bum. You guys know the song. Little John Philip Sousa. Bum, 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 bum. I can't do too much of the time, though, because this awesome bum bumming will get us copyrighted. So that's enough of that. Happy, happy, happy 4th of July, my friends. I'm Habbage, and we're hanging out. And if you are tuning in from around the globe, we do have international folks, particularly over on the VODs, because we know times of day are a little tougher. Um, don't worry about it. It's all good, and you are all welcome. Um, Bobby Yod, we know. You know that there was a little bump in the road. It was. What are we? Almost 250 years ago. I think it's time to let bygones be bygones and all go. You know what? We're good. We're good. We're all good. You guys had Canada. Even that's just the Commonwealth now. So everybody's tight. And especially here on the channel, man, we welcome and love you wherever you're coming in from. Hang out, chill. We're going to play some hardcore Minecraft. As you can see, I've already got the world up. Trying the same routine we've done in the past here, where we load up the world and um, get it running kind of before we launch the stream. It seems as though that has been doing a little bit better for us in terms of how often or how constant we update. Oh, hey, can't stay on the road. Internet ain't the best, so I'll try to stay as long as I can. It's 4th of July so far. Man, it's great. Welcome, Troy Warzone Gaming. You were up before I even had the chats loaded. Happy 4th of July to you, too. Hope you have a wonderful holiday and lots of, well, I don't know. From the report we received out of the chat, I already had the burgers and stuff yesterday. Maybe some apple pie, maybe some hot dogs. Who knows what all's going to come up on the 4th of July, but hopefully lots of fireworks, maybe a slip and slide, ooh, a pool. That would all be good. I, of course, am going to be laying it low again. I've got 2 more days until I will be contagion free, at least according to all the metrics. But that being said, I have a kettle going in the background. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit interrupted here as I make the coffee to get us through the stream. So stay tuned, everybody. I will be right back. All right, interruption one is over. Now that was the long one because I had to stand there. The first run of the water through the coffee grounds, that one takes less time. I know it took a minute there, but that one runs through pretty quick. This one will take a little bit longer since the grounds are all wet, more absorbent. They make better coffee juice, and that's awesome. So that will sit, percolate, whatever you want to call it, in a gravity brewer. And then I will, in about a minute more or so, I'll get up, do it one more time, Move the thing over to the backup cup, which we'll only do a half of since we're brewing in the midst of the stream here. Unfortunately, the water just wasn't ready to go. Then we will be off and running. And what are we going to do today? Well, that's the big question, isn't it? What are we going to do? Um, we're going to party, that's for sure. I don't know. We got a lot to accomplish. We did a lot yesterday, and we now have our awesome um, decorative horn and blowing horn. Here, should we blow it? That's a good thing to do here. Well, for anybody who missed it yesterday, this is the horn named Sing. That's how we are celebrating our independence today. Maybe we'll blow up a block of TNT or something too, just to party it up. So you can't really see the top of the mountain from here, but we do have a. Oh, are those? Wow, we got party guests coming. Now, does the horn bring those? I have no idea. What do you guys think? Huh? Does that bring you on down the mountain? I'm taunting them. I don't have a bow. I don't even have any strings, so I can't just go make one. All right. Yeah, there you go. You like the one in the frame? I don't know if you were here when I did all the decorations. But yeah, we got a couple of our maps up and hung the other horn since we have two of the same. One's decorative and one is here ready to go. All right. Before we deal with our party guests, let me go get this coffee. And then we will be nonstop for probably like 2 hours until I go switch out to the half cup of coffee that I'm going to be leaving to brew in the background. So, 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, here we go. That's right. A couple bumps in the road. I knew they were coming, but I didn't want to go too late when I'd already texted out that we were starting at the bottom of the hour. And the coffee wasn't cooperating, but don't you guys worry. We are good to go now, locked in and ready. And yeah, Troy, we did a little bit of decorating somewhere at the end there. I don't remember how the timeline worked out there, but for those of you folks who have been around or commenting on the vids, you guys all rock. And yes, I'm feeling so much better. Technically, still contagious with the COVID. I think they say you have to wait 8 days until after symptoms. So I've technically got 2 more days, but I slept again. Yesterday went the whole day without any cough, cold medicine, anything like that, and slept great. Got up feeling good. I just, while I was making the coffee, I had to just blow my nose again just to make sure that we're kind of clear. Look at all that iron we got. Yeah. So, let's see what we can do here. I would like it if. Oh, look at how far out they spread. Okay, this is actually kind of good. Let's go try to get banner guy of the enchanted bow first. If we can get him on his own, I think we stand a pretty good chance. And we're going to try to make a little twisty turny path here. Now where'd he go? Did he already come around? Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Dude, where are you? Am I blind? There's those guys, but he was over here. There he is. Ha! I got you on the rebound. Give me your... Oh, man. I was hoping for the enchanted crossbow. All right, let's berry up here. In fact, we'll top off with the berries, and then we'll switch to fish. Now, we can maybe divide and conquer these guys out a little bit. Oh, he's got enchanted too. Come on, come down here. Oh, crap. Did he already go down? Oh, he did. Uh-oh. This suddenly just got very bad. Go back into the trees here, get some health back first. Yeah, I don't know if there's another one up on the hill I just never saw or what. But while I was worried about the enchanted crossbow guy, somebody else was getting me. Let's see if we can... Okay, so there are 3 there. But I don't see others further back. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, now we got bedtime coming. Look at that tunnel. It's probably going to be messy if we try to tunnel immediately down or back under that way. Sleep mid-fight. I don't know if they're just far enough away or if they're not considered monsters, but we can clearly sleep. Still very, very hot. Woo! But coffee goodness. Oh, crap. I'm going to blame that one on the... All right, one more, I think. Anybody hear him? Or do we get everybody? Okay, well, that was good. And while we're here, let's do a little bit of fishing. Oh, come on. These are so handy and so close. And, well, I don't know. I would like to do some amount of exploring today. We got so much more ocean and coast to explore that kind of hate to not do more of that, but we can also work on our iron mine a little bit, maybe try to figure out some way of cleaning up our little goat enclosure, because, I don't know, I kind of like to keep our buddy. For one thing, there is a For Science mission that we need to do, which is, oh, hey, You get the sword, dude. We need to determine if the horns grow back, right? And over time, learn if they will come back as anything other than sing for that goat. This is all. It was awesome. Troy helped me figure out how to dance the goat dance, dodge their little charges. I wouldn't call it mastered by any means, but kind of fun little mechanic. It was good. Time hey, got a little piece of bone meal there, or will. I think it sank for a bit. And this is great to have right outside our house. Anytime you can work with a bunch of fish close, food is pretty much no problem. Steak is still sort of better. Golden carrots are the best of all, but until we get trading, we won't have those. So we'll just kind of work the progression here, but yeah, having a full stack of food, not just little bits and pieces. That means we don't have to carry around the berries anymore, and ooh, can have one more inventory spot. Not to mention this is food I can feel pretty good about going into combat with. Deep water, less ideal. But these fish seem pretty cooperative. They're a little less dodgy than maybe they are in the shallow water? I don't know. Certainly seem to be spawning plentifully, which is nice. And if nothing else, this gives us a good chance to get rid of these stone axes. As Troy said, we are rich with iron today, but we're going to be rich with fish too. And who doesn't like a good fish sandwich? I got on my 4th of July best. I don't know when I got this shirt. It was a long time ago. I'm guessing for folks who may not be in the States here, Kohl's is kind of an outlet of, I don't know, nice enough casual clothes. Very pervasive in the last, I don't know, 20, 25 years. When I was young, it was department stores, right? You went to a mall and there were anchor department stores. Some of the ones that still exist are like Nordstrom's and Macy's, but pretty much every mall had like a J.C. Penney's. Where I grew up, Dayton's was a deal up in the Midwest. Nordstrom's, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Donaldson's was one when I was a little kid. Sears, like every mall had a Sears, and that was the best if you were a kid because they had tools and appliances and stuff too. So while your mom was dragging you around to get new clothes for school or whatever, you also got to look at tools and whatnot. All right, how are we doing? 20, only 26, man. We're way better than that. I'm gonna let this stone axe get used all the way up. Hey, no worries, man. Just imagine a whole bunch of salmon in the water, and that I am diving periodically and swinging stone axes at them, and gathering up a stack at least of salmon, and you got the full picture. But yeah, Kohl's is great for the holiday type T-shirts in particular. But like they always have a good stock of like Christmas sweaters and stuff like that. If your team, whatever it is doing well, they're a good place to go get a T-shirt or something like that. It won't be never the fanciest stuff, but good, you know. And they'll kind of do overruns and stuff from like, for me, it's stuff like Dockers, right, or polo shirts or that kind of stuff. Stuff you'd wear to the office, where I get a lot of the work clothes and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be, you're not maybe trying to get the nicest and fanciest. You're not going to a wedding or anything like that, but they, reasonable, and they run lots of sales. I got Kohl's Cash, which I've never once successfully used because it always expires, and I'm bad at that kind of stuff. But it's that kind of deal. And one year I was going and looking, and they had this collared kind of polo shirt, and it is like it's subdued for what it is. I know that that's going to be tough to believe when I describe it, but the colors aren't like bright, right? Like sometimes, 4th of July, you think like a flag shirt or whatever, and it's like that super brilliant red and some kind of a royal blue and all that. This is a little bit more not washed out. They're actually maybe deeper colors, but not so bright. The brightness is turned down, I guess. But it's really cool, and it's got a little bit of browns in it too, because it's basically like a diagonal flag pattern, kind of faded and kind of transparent a little bit, and then behind it is a picture of Mount Rushmore. For folks who don't know, Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. It's the one with all the faces of the four presidents carved into a mountain. Something that today would never happen, right? I don't. I guess I may end up back out there. I have been to Mount Rushmore. It's cool, very very cool. But when you go there after having seen it in movies and all that, it's kind of like, oh, okay. It's just kind of laid back there, in a hillside. It doesn't stand on its own as it's often portrayed, but it's still really cool to stand up down at the little building and look up at this cliff. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, caveman fishing with an axe. That's what we're doing. That's what you do when you got no string. We're noodling the salmon. Anybody ever heard of noodling catfish? It's where you like swim along the bank of a creek and put your bare hands into the muddy banks. And I don't know. I've never done this. Honestly, it could just be all made up for all I know. But hey, that's my fish, dude. Why are you stealing my fish? Um, yeah. So the reports are that if you work your way along the muddy banks of kind of like a slow moving river, um, and feel in under logs and along the mud, there will be places where catfish kind of like burrow back under the overhangs or into the little holes and gaps and stuff along the banks, and hide from the sun or predators or whatever. I don't know, but you can reach in and grab them and actually pull them out of the. I'm gonna go sleep at the campsite. Um, Pull them out of the water with your bare hands is the idea. I don't know. Never done it, and who knows? Okay, let's try this coffee again. Very cautious sip. So anyway, back to my shirt. Yeah, I got Mount Rushmore going kind of across the middle, and it's got like the tans of rock to kind of set that up, and then it's got this diagonal kind of, I guess, from my right shoulder down to my left hip. Uh, not like brilliantly flashy, but like this subdued American flag, the stripes going down, stars up kind of in the middle of the chest, and then an eagle up on the left shoulder just flying in the background. It is awesome. So good for taking to barbecues and stuff like that. But it only gets brought out on generally the 4th of July. This one pretty much gets held out. I got like a American flag T-shirt and some of that kind of stuff too. Um, this one only comes out on the 4th. The others may, Memorial Day, Flag Day. There's certainly other patriotic type days to wear it. Veterans Day is a good one. Labor Day, not so much. Um, uh, Patriots Day, more a Boston type deal, but that's a good one. All right, we still got a lot. How are we doing here? 55. So we could have a full stack of fish, but I do think since we're doing this, let's go. Um, Keep it working through these stone axes, just so we have lots of fish. Oh, that was zombie flesh. Here I am boating around to pick up extra fish. Been up and down this little stretch of river though, and I want to make sure we get everything we need, or everything we had. All right, we'll just kind of leave the boat central. Back to the axe. Oh yeah, now it's not a full stack of burgers, which on the 4th of July, I could, I think about as well as we could do. Um, Minecraft style would be some melon, some watermelon, and a burger steak. Sadly, there is no means to cook up our apples and flour into any kind of like an apple pie. That would be a good one. Um, no ice cream in the game. We can't freeze up the milk. Although, how fun would that be? We've got sugar, we've got eggs, we've got milk, and we have ice. Are you telling me, Minecraft, you can't make us an ice cream maker? Come on, it's called craft, Minecraft, right? What is more fun to craft than your own ice cream? Huge mess. I don't know that it's necessarily worth it, but it is fun to make it. I guess I'm just not a huge ice cream guy. Don't get me wrong, I'll eat some ice cream, but some people go absolutely bonkers for it. Me, not so much. And as I say, I do try to, eat a little more responsibly than I did when I was a kid. So I don't just gorge myself on the sweets or anything anymore. Um, but yeah, yeah. Oh, come here, you. All right, there's a stack and a bonus. We're almost done with this axe. Then I'll go back inside. We'll cook this up, and we will make a couple iron axes, and then maybe we'll go upstairs, see about getting a bit more iron while we're here, and then go out for some kind of exploration slash adventures, see what the world has in store for us, um, in honor of, let's say, the Lewis and Clark expedition. Folks who don't know, uh, back when Thomas Jefferson, our fourth president, where are you? Was in office, we enacted the Louisiana Purchase. France at the time was having some issues back in Europe. This was around the contemporary times of the post-revolution Napoleon, um, a failed foray into Russia. I'm not sure of the exact timeline. I should go back and look at it. I used to know. But when exactly in relation to the French activities, they decided, hey, we need some cash. So we got all this land we're not using over in North America. We want to focus on Europe, so have at. We'll take some cash for it. And, um, in what famously is a heck of a deal and a warless transference of a huge swath of territory because one empire slash country decided, hey, we don't have the resources to really manage that. But rather than fighting at it or maintaining a claim, we don't really tend to or intend to make use of. We'll take some cash for it. And you guys who live on its doorstep, new country, obviously in the post-revolution, France and the United States were very close allies. France having come to the burgeoning United States aid against England at the end of the Revolutionary War, lending their navy and ultimately helping to win the Battle of Yorktown in the Revolutionary War. The deal was struck, and all of a sudden, everything from the Mississippi north to its headwaters and west to the Pacific, barring the Spanish claims that already existed and were already established and functioning colonies of New Spain in California, New Mexico, became land of the United States, doubled the size of the country, and nobody. There were fur traders and those kind of guys that were out there already. As is always the case, the officialdom is always the last to know any of get places or know any things. There were probably outlaws and who knows, philanderers, folks that had a little romantic affair that went wrong, and a father or a upset husband chased them out, and they just turned and followed the setting sun. Go west, young man. It was it's all good. All right, we no longer have stone tools to make a cake and act like it's pie. We might have some Fourth of July cake. Wheat, sugar, milk, right? I think we could get all those ingredients. All right, first thing though, speaking of milk, we're going to drink this one. All right, that gets rid of our bad omen. We should make an effort to go refill that. We're going to cook up those salmon. We'll put these here. Got some random stuff to dump in. I don't know where we picked up these saplings from. Oh, never mind, I do. We broke the leaves dodging around with the pillager. So, yeah, that answers that. All right. Yeah, so we're just making a few iron tools just so that our tools are all iron, right? Not a specific need. I just want to carry the good quality tools. So they work faster. So if we do want to chop a tree, it will go down more quickly. And I have more durability. All in all, better. And that's why eventually all our stuff will be diamond, right? All right, so we are full of iron picks. We are full of axes. And if we did want to do any of the cooking I've talked about, let's go ahead and make a stack of buckets. And let's go see if we can find that cow again. A shot of milk a day will keep the poison at bay. Yeah, mainly, again, if we're going to go on an adventure, I don't want to accidentally initiate a raid on the village that I'm just for the first time discovering. And So, but more importantly, I think a cake takes 3 milk. Um, a pumpkin pie we could make and pretend it was apple. Eat an apple, eat a slice of apple with our pumpkin pie. Sounds kind of gross, but sometimes you got to make do. As I was talking about Lewis and Clark, they were the ones appointed by Thomas Jefferson to lead an expedition, the expedition of discovery into the unknown West, and basically provide a report back and determine what was the path to the Pacific Ocean. Right, the Northwest Passage had fueled much of the discovery of North America, and um, was still an unanswered, still sought effort. And eventually it was found up beyond northern Canada. It's seasonal, right? It freezes over, but there is a Northwest Passage that can be found by winding your way around northern Canada. But it's not economically viable, right? That's why the Panama Canal eventually was dug. We're getting there. Let's have one more berry just for antioxidant goodness. Get our nutrition up. Balanced diet. There he is. We'll find a raid. Raids are too good to try to describe, but basically those pillagers, they come after they launch a full-on assault on a village. Um, Great content, great fun, absolutely good stuff. But in hardcore in particular, you gotta be ready. You gotta know what you're doing. Or even if you do know what you're doing, some of the mobs can just absolutely wreck you. Um, so you line up some allies. You try to pick your battle. Have all that netherite gear you're talking about before you go in. Bunch of potions and get ready to do battle. Well, in hardcore, there's 2 ways to fail, right? One fail is they kill all the villagers. The village is wiped out, and uh, then you fail. You fail to defend the village from the raid, and you've got to, either the village then sits empty for the rest of the game, or whenever, or you have to bring in new villagers and repopulate it, fill it back up again, just as we would do, if we were setting up villagers back closer to our base. So that's one way to fail. The other way to fail is they kill you. And here in hardcore, that means, yep, once again, we're back to starting a new world. And we've done a lot of that. I'd prefer to keep this one going. So that's going to be our goal. Just waiting on a full set of fish. You know what? That's plenty. The rest of them will cook. They really won't. All right, so where do we want to go this time? We talked about it at the end of the last episode, and we are going to try to complete the west to northwest sweep that we have explored. And I think we had found at one point that the water goes out. Oh, I'm rushing again. Because I am almost, oh, dude, I'm almost about to forget the respiration helmet, which we want. So we're going to go on the boat trip. We're going to go just like Lewis and Clark into the great unknown, try to map distant coasts. Unlike them, we're not going overland, we're going over water, and seeing what goodies we can find. I'm not bringing the boots. I don't think we need those. We've got a bed. That's important. Got good food. We'll actually get a bit more here from the delay. Hey, now we're up to 52. So only 12 fish short of a full stack. That seems pretty good. So we're looking for a village, number one. We have yet to see a villager. And you know what? We're going back one more time. More fish. No, I want to. Speaking of that, I want to bring what emeralds we have. Because if we do find a village, I want to be able to trade if they have anything good for us. So do that. Or if we run into a wandering trader along the way. So that's number one priority. This is going to be a good world. I can smell it. Well, I hope we don't lose it here today. Um, already, I'm really enjoying this one. I love the water, and I'm kind of cool with the fact that this world has yet to really give us anything right on our doorstep. Right? We've had some good shipwrecks, gotten some good treasures. We're doing well in all that regard, and I love our base locale. I love having these mountains. I love that we got the stairs up to the top. Can do some good building, and that valley looks just fantastic for building up an eventual road. So those kind of things, really, really great. Um, but oftentimes when you start a world, you kind of go, man, Minecraft, you're giving me everything too easy, too quick. You get a village right over the hill, right? Maybe you have a guardian temple. You start digging a staircase down, and you're immediately in an abandoned mine, right? We've had that. It's convenient, but it also starts to feel like, oh man, this just has everything. I love this idea that you need to explore a little bit. You need to go out and find the things in the game, in the world that you want to have be a part of your world. So that's what we're out looking for. And again, we're mainly heading west. We have just a slight dodge to the north here because we've already skimmed a little bit of this coast ahead. And at one point, it curved back, and that was where we turned away. And this might be about it. I'm not sure. Guardian Temple, Drowned Temple. Maybe you've heard of them as that way. They're the underwater structures. Um, Outside in the water, they have guardians, which are little fish-looking things that shoot lasers at you, and there's a bunch of them, and they can be pretty dangerous. At this point, we'd be in big trouble. And then inside, you have a maze-like structure full of prismarine, and there are three quote-unquote boss monsters called Elder Guardians who give you an effect of mining fatigue. One of the ones that you need for that advancement. How did we get here? Obviously, as you need all of the effects. But they're the only place that you can get that. It's an annoying curse, I guess. Um, it's a negative effect, right? And it, all right, Land's End. This is where we've been to. Great unknown, and we have a question. Should I think I'm going to go north and see if we can pick up the land that we've already been to first. How open is this? Does it go? And then we'll kind of follow both around. But this looks like wide open ocean, opening up to a whole new vast world of possibilities. So cool. Um, I love that idea of we can wander and explore as much as we want to. Still keep finding new stuff. And of course, we'll be able to do that even more once we're tunneling through the nether or flying with wings. Um, that expands the whole scape even more, but this is great to start. It kind of, there's tricks to it, right? And the more you play, the more you get down there. You can still get turned around fairly easily, but you begin to remember the layout of it. The biggest risk, of course, is that you're going to drown, right? You're underwater and can't go. So you either need to have water breathing potions, you certainly need to have a respiration helmet. Let's go here and make a little sleeping platform. I didn't bring much stone. Yeah, no problem. I will do my best to paint a clear word picture of what we're seeing right now. A whole lot of open ocean. The sun just went down, so we had to find a one block deep seamount kind of thing and make a platform to put a bed on it. Sun is up, and we are heading north again. Uh, just trying to reach known land that would come back around to our base. Problem is, I don't know how far out it reaches. Got something here. Birch on top of yet another tall, stony shore. Kind of the one of the default biomes of this world, it seems like. Maybe an underwater portal. Heading over to see something like that. Do the drowned spawn at a temple? Not really in those. They, I don't know that they can't spawn there, but there's a different set of underwater structures that have drown, where you will occasionally get. All right, hang on. You'll occasionally get trident drowned just at their regular spawn rate. Um, and those are kind of abandoned underwater villages or something. I don't know. They're just little structures that are kind of ruined, but not the temples. Temples predated. Oh, we got a god apple in this broken portal. Enchanted golden apple. Just got one. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Huge find. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, crap. Oh, I don't have on my respiration helmet. Get in the boat. I was so excited. I was talking about the drowned. All right. Let's eat one of these salmon. Fix that. Yeah, drowned actually spawned the most in um, rivers, not in the ocean at all. Although these little structures help. Um, but when we make a drowned farm, which we probably will, I got a bunch of gold nuggets, some iron nuggets, flint and steel, and a gold sword of fire aspect was the rest of the loot out of that. And there's one gold block I'm going to mine underwater here at the broken portal. All right. Oh, that's our first gold block. All right. So that was a very good haul. And now we're headed kind of west to try to verify if this is the same coast that I already know. And I'm cutting back into the ocean because I think I saw a structure of some kind, and I just don't know what it is yet. It's kind of hidden by seagrass or weeds or something. Um, this looks like just one of the regular drowned things. So they're just kind of like made out of stone bricks, cobble, and they're at various depths, and they're just like open pieces of buildings sticking up out of the water or underwater completely. All right, going back north over to the shoreline. See if these are islands or our coast. Yeah, God apples, fantastic. We've got it. I often, unless like when we first go to the Nether, I'll take it with in case we end up in a horrible situation. Um, in which case, we'll use it. But ideally, we would like to have multiple before we start eating those. Kind of interesting sight here. We've got a shipwreck high on a sandy hill. It's rolled over on its side, and I think it's the front of the ship, no back. So let's see if we can get any good food stuff out of it. Kind of tough to determine where the chests would be when they're all rolled over like this. Mm-hmm. How far down is this? Oh, actually, this may be the back of the ship. Uh-oh, back of the ship, but perhaps no chest. There it is. All right, chest loot. That's some lapis. Just collect them. Eight pieces of iron ingots, a bunch more iron nuggets, bunch more gold nuggets, and one diamond. Pretty good stuff. Unloading sand and a couple of the pieces of the ship. Now, I don't think, now that I know this is the back of the ship, here's, I don't know if we can find, there's the mast. If the ship was up, it would be further down here. And then back. Oh man, this is, I think this would be the doorway. We gotta chop our way in though. Let's looking for the treasure map. I found the chest. It's tough to get to. All right, do we have a buried treasure map? We do. Dump sand, oak logs, grab out paper, the map, and a bunch of books. And now I gotta get out of here. All right, dug our way up. Very good ship. Man, we are having some good luck today. Happy 4th of July treasure chests, I guess. Um, Currently, we are sitting on all of our emeralds that we brought with us. I don't think we've gotten any more. 5 lapis, 8 iron ingots, 51 gold nuggets, those are the little pieces, 18 iron nuggets, 1 diamond, a treasure map, a flint and steel, 4 books, 1 gold block, and 1 gold fire aspect sword. So that's a lot of good loot. Now we're going to go see if this treasure map is something new or pointing us back to one we've already seen. As usual, I don't know where I parked. Is it back this way? Where'd my boat go? There it is. I always seem to park like at the highest angle. All right, map. I think this is the same one that we've already dug out and looked at twice. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure this is bringing us back to that map that we filled in. This is what led. Yeah, these are the plains that if we go up over the hill, we poke our head over and see the barbarian outpost. I'm going to go up to verify that. There's the ravine. Here's the pigs we talked to. They might be other pigs, but this is going to probably be tough to get across. Yeah, there's the barbarian outpost. There's the cows, and that is the big ravine. We're not going to worry about going across it. But we know where we are, and we know that we have reached the land mass that sticks out to the north of us directly. So good stuff. We are back around. We've got a decently open inventory, so I'm going back down to the coast. I'm going to sleep if I can find out again where I parked, and then we'll continue on and try to follow this coast out to the west and see where it leads to. Bed up, boat. All right, so back past the ship that was wrecked. Actually, let me. Since that map is the same, I'm gonna just run up to the chest here and throw it in. Because odds are we never run into it again. But when you toss stuff like just out on the ground or in the ocean or whatever, when you're running, first of all, it's littering. Like, all right, practice real life good stuff. Don't litter in the ocean if you can avoid it. Ocean is most of our planet. Um, when we do that, though, hang on. Got one of these drowned structures, very shallow. It's kind of sticking up out of the water. I'm gonna go see if we can uh, get to treasure chests. All right, we got one. Fire Prot 1 is the book inside, a bunch more gold nuggets, and some wheat. All right, we got time. Uh, Another drowned waiting for us as we try to get out. Alright, lots more air. So yeah, they're just like multiple little broken up buildings um, that are kind of scattered with and surrounded by drowned who keep coming up after you. But one of the things that you can get here that already he dropped one. We got a fishing rod dropped by a drowned. Our inventory is currently full. Let's take a look here. What's trash and what's keeper stuff? Fishing rod's pretty dinged up. I hear drown coming at me. I think. Where are you, dude? There you are. I don't want to. I don't want to just sit and let them get a full-on run at me, but I also don't want to waste a lot of inventory. All right, we got zombie flesh. We don't need that. This can be combined. We don't need 2 pieces of wheat very badly. I don't think we're going to need the flint and steel. We can make our own now. Back up for more air. Fishing rod, I'd just as soon keep. The paper we could ditch, but we'll hang on to it until we're forced. The coal we could actually ditch. All right. Was there a chest in here? did also get nautilus shells, or a nautilus shell, and a copper ingot, which I haven't gotten rid of just yet. Um, there are some brick blocks down in these things. They're alright. I'm digging through sand and gravel trying to find the chest in the next to these structures. And that's kind of why I don't waste a lot of time with them. We found out where we are. I'm now checking out one of these little drowned villages. Got just some more random loot. The treasure map, if you were here at that point, was one that we'd already done. So we tossed that. Oh, do you have a fishing rod too? I'd like you to drop yours, and then I could combine them into a super fishing rod. Come on. Give me a chest. I'm working for this. And these are kind of like treasure chest hunts, but without the benefit of a map. You just gotta kind of guess. And underwater like this, there's no torch breaking of blocks, unfortunately. What you kind of hope is that you've uncovered a chest and then everything. Not really. No trident, guys. So the rest of them are pretty easy. We got a diamond sword after all, and that helps. The biggest risk I faced, I think you were still here for, was when I didn't have my respiration helmet on. I almost drowned. Well, I didn't really almost drown. That was as perilous as anything has been yet. I'm not finding a chest, though. I'm pretty sure there's one under each structure, but I really continue to put in the time to find them. I think that's the one I already got. Let's come over to this building. See if there's anything here. Oh, there is. Another map. An emerald. 2 pieces of wheat. 1 zombie flesh that I don't want. Grab this map. Toss all this extra gravel and sand. Alright, now is this map the same? I would imagine it probably will be, since the ship was just as far away. It is the same. So, nothing new treasure map-wise. And not particularly awesome loot. 1 emerald. And I guess for now, we'll take the wheat. Alright. Once again, where is the boat? Now I gotta find the boat without running into all the blocks I broke or floating around. Alright. We're off. We are headed. Well, no. Yeah, we'll head west until we fill up. We're not that far removed. So back along this little birch stone shore section where we first made contact. You can see now. It's glorious. Oh, there's more mountains and a cave. Flooded out cave. A nice lone red mushroom. I wouldn't take that one. That's too good a landmark for standing out. You see a lone red mushroom down at the waterline? All right, look at these mountains. Um, as usual, I'm looking at mountains for how big, can we get a big mountain biome? Because our little area is cool. It looks very nice. It's good to have it right there at our base, but it's not massive. If you can find one that's 100 square blocks, and I'm just throwing that number out. Ours could be that for all I know. That could be pretty small, right? That would be uh, 25 by 25. So yeah, we probably got all that. But if any of these can just keep going, we can get up to that high level. Oh man! All right, hang on a second. Sorry about that, guys. For one thing, the phone was not silenced, and for another, the holiday is probably one where I guess a lot of folks that I haven't talked to but knew I was sick are reaching out like, hey, how you doing? Are you feeling all right? How's your holiday? All that kind of stuff. So sorry, I just had to silence the phone and then text back. I'll take care of that later. But yeah, I sipped some coffee while I was doing that. I won't deny it. All right, we are coming up this little canyon here. Got out to some plains. Let's stop right here for a sleep. Oh, look what I see. You guys see it? Don't forget the bed. Did you see it? Right up there. We got another portal. Let's go climb the hill. That might fill us up depending on what's over there and head us back from this adventure, which anytime you can walk home with a god apple, an enchanted golden apple, um, that is a hugely successful adventure. Sometimes you get late in a world and are still just hunting for a look at one. So, very, 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 very good stuff. All right, high on the hill portal. Eh, eh. The obsidian is nice. That gets us up to 8 pieces. We're doing well in terms of potentially portaling. We're now up to half a stack of iron nuggets and an efficiency 5 golden hoe. That's not bad. Fire charge. Is there anything here I want less than that? honestly, they go into fireworks. I don't use them much. I could swap out the coal pretty easily. I could probably ditch the gravel or the weed again, but I think I'm gonna leave it. That's the fire charge. And again, I was just gonna say I know you're here probably don't have a real answer. This guy, fire charge. You can, as far as I know, you can put them onto fireworks to affect the shape and pattern of the explosion. If anybody else is either lurking in the chat or watching VODs, drop a comment. What do you guys do? Do you have a value of these things? I don't see much value to them, but I've learned a few new tricks over the years. Can't say old dogs never learn new tricks. It's just tough to teach them. So let me know if you guys have any good ideas here. All right, we're turning around, we're going back home, we're going to unload, but before we do, let's just get up to this hilltop here and see. Oh, we got just some regular jungle. I, this is what I do when I'm hiking out in the real world. Any of that kind of stuff, you get to like the edge of your hiking, you're like, all right, just let me see what's over that next ridge. I just gotta know, and then you end up hiking for an extra 10 miles, right? More donkeys. I love donkeys in this game. Um, Particularly because donkeys and mules will let you carry a chest on their back as well, so you can carry the loot. Um, all right. Well, what I was hoping for, a village, is not here. It's kind of cool little scene. Got a big jungle compared to just our little bit that is unexplored. But because we already have melons, bamboo. Oh, we need to plant that bamboo too. When we go back, let's plant a bamboo grove. Um, oh, yeah, we got melons, we've got bamboo, we've got jungle saplings, and we have cocoa beans. So there's not a huge draw to go back. They're beautiful, they're fun. It's nice to make like a jungle home at times. That's one of the places where I like to do the tree houses. We've talked about those in the past. Um, Jungle just seems like a great environment for that. So we may do something like that. I haven't done it too recently, but the whole idea of wooden suspension bridges from tree to tree and a couple little huts up high. I love that. You make cookies, chocolate chip cookies. Speaking of things we have and things we don't, um, I'm back to the decision again. I'm gonna ditch this coal in exchange for pumpkins. Because it's 4th of July, right? We got pumpkin pie. I mean, we can call it Thanksgiving. Um, we'll have a big old feast. And maybe some cookies too. Because honestly, like 4th of July, I think more chocolate chip cookie than I do pumpkin pie. But if we squint real hard, we can pretend that our pumpkin pie is apple. If we squint real hard, we can pretend our steak is a burger. If I look ahead, I can think that that might be a ship. So we're going to go swing over that. We may have to make a gravel pillar up to mark it, although it could have just been this land sticking out and just not filled in all the way. Or it's right underneath us now. All right, this is the back. Take all that. Take all that. Take all that. So far, so good. It'll be this back room, if it even exists, that will be trouble. Can't see. Where am I? Get in there. So dark. I don't know why. Feathers. Flint for treasure map. I guess we could just leave both of those and come back for if we are short on supplies to make arrows at some point. So let's do this. And there. All right, well, that worked out well. A little nice bonus. And now this is a new map. So this is good because the map will actually bring us back to what we were working in. This should be southeast-ish. East, south. All right. To home. I'm not dropping an anvil on my head. Are the golden carrots good? I see multiple stacks of them in your other world. Yes. Golden carrots are... cookies are terrible for food. They're basically about the same as sweet berries. But they're fun to have, right? Especially in server worlds. It's the whole giving a cookie. You want a cookie, have a cookie, rewards and gifts and all that kind of stuff. I can see in multiplayer where it's a lot of fun to have them. And for the various things where you have to eat all the different kinds of foods, certainly has its place. But quality-wise, not very good. Golden carrots, on the other hand, I think golden carrots are the best food in the game. Um, they provide food saturation, right? You don't get hungry again as quickly with them, as good as anything. All right, so here's the question. Have we been to this ship? Doesn't look like it. Again, we're going to have to do some marking. We'll leave a torch on this one. In fact, I'm not even going to... of course, dolphin. Dolphin's grace makes you move extra fast in the water, but it's really tough to steer then. So the second thought here was, if we grab all of this stuff, even if we come back and there's more we have to top off, we don't have to gather these things that we already have. And so we'll fill up less of our inventory on a return trip. No. How is it nighttime again already? Let's just swim. Where's that dolphin? Hits me with dolphin's grace when I'm trying to go down a hole. Makes it all tough to aim, but then won't get me over to the land. All right, a little sleep, a little coffee. How expensive are they? The golden carrots? Just depends on the trade. Um, we set them up to be really cheap. But yeah, they are the top trade from a farmer villager. So in that sense, you have to do a lot just to even get them unlocked. You can make them too. In terms of crafting them, it's 8 gold nuggets, so the little bits of gold, and now here we go again. So there's another treasure map here. We're going to have to remember that and come back to it. And anything in here that we can double up on. Pumpkins. We already got rid of the coal. We can take the paper. We don't really care about the poison potatoes. And Unbreaking 3 and our Res 2 leather helmet. If weight was an issue, that would be a good trade out, but it's not. We're not. All right. I think we're still headed in the right direction. So off we go. Hopefully we're not too far from home. That looks like just a floating chunk of island. This is a guardian temple. Yeah. They're yeah, poison potatoes. I wish there was something you could. I would love if you could like poison your arrows or something by using them. So this is a guardian temple. It has an entrance side that we're facing. You can see the tower usually comes up almost to the surface, and it has a lot of sea lanterns in them, which you can grab with Silk Touch or you can craft. But for a minute there was a guardian floating out on this side. And I'm just going to try to see one pop up to the surface. I don't really want to get hit with the mining fatigue effect because it'll probably carry with us all the way to get back home again. There's one. So they look a little bit like big puffer fish. They have a long tail, a big round body, spikes on them, so they'll do melee damage, and they shoot this laser at you that does range distance. They're kind of tough, but something we can't handle. Now, is this home? Is this the point of land? I think it might be. If we come around here, then there should be the little shipwreck right in this cove, and then the canal would be up there. Yeah, they're not super OP. You just gotta have the right stuff, and we don't have it yet to take them out. They would gang up on us and wreck us from range before we even figured it out. The worst part is, as soon as you get in there, you're gonna get hit with mining fatigue, so you can't break any blocks while you're in there until you've killed um, all three of the Elder Guardians, and then either drank milk at that point or wait for the effect to die. So you gotta go in um, with with the full intent of clearing the whole thing and the right supplies to do it. It's kind of fun. We'll definitely do it. I'm glad to have one close by here. But yeah, they're a fun ad. They were a part of the aquatic update, which I think a lot of people. There was the combat update at 1.8 and aquatic. I'd said at one point I was one something, but I think it's like 112 or 113 was aquatic, and that was kind of the first like, wow, we just saw Minecraft completely change, um, and it was so good. I mean, it always has. Way back the Halloween update that kind of boosted the Nether and gave us witches and bats and everything. That was a good one too. All right, so home sweet home. Sorry, let's figure out what we're at here. So we got a bunch of paper. That's going to be good for our books. We don't have much leather to supplement it. We have one copper ingot. We'll just throw that in here for now. A nautilus shell. Not too much to do with that yet, but it will be very handy in the late game. 9 books. More significant than the paper. We're actually almost halfway to the bookcases we need for enchanting. Um, other chest, other chest, other chest. Outside. Maybe we put the enchanted. Well, we can throw that in the other one. I don't think I'm ever going to use a fire prot 1 book, but we can grindstone it when we want XP. So that, not that, but that. Go in there. we'll save this hoe. That's pretty good. Maybe we can combine it with some others. Obviously, 24 pieces of iron, pretty good stuff. 2 diamonds, really good. What did we do with the? Did we use the rest of our ingots? Did. And these you can always craft. You can always just put an ingot in the crafting table and pull out the pieces. So I don't mind upscaling them as we go. Same as I do with the gold a lot of the time. And we usually just stack those and those. And here, we can do the same. So we could make some golden carrots if we wanted to, but I'll just kind of hold off for now. I'd much rather have golden apples than carrots. Golden apples don't saturate as much, but they give you absorption of damage. So in combat, when you're in trouble, you can eat them while you're full. So you can just jam and fill up your hearts even though you're not hungry. And they'll give you that bit of absorption that really helps you out if you're in a tough spot. We got 5 diamonds. We could make a pick at this point and have 2 left over for an enchanting table. We could make a helmet, but I think we're just going to sit on those for now. As usual, there's our 8. All right, over here. Don't let me forget. Oh, we haven't even grabbed sugar yet. So, yeah, that's our next task. Let's put these pumpkins away and this wheat. And this, I don't want to accidentally nom on that. And we got our fishing pole. So eventually we could get our, fishing advancement. That also used to be the most reliable way to get a saddle was to fish for it, which is long and slow and pretty boring. But if we have a sugarcane farm or something going where we're out near the water and just waiting for time to pass, that's where I will sometimes do a bit of fishing, see what we can get. All right, bamboo. We got to go find some sugarcane and get these growing while we're going. And I wasn't real happy having that. I'd rather have this, and I want to actually top off a stack because we were too low on cobble while we were going. All right. Good. I don't want to go too far, but I feel like this has to be out this way, not right back in the mountains. Right? It's bamboo. And I know in Asia, bamboo forests can grow up on, hillsides and all that. I don't know how far up they tend to grow, but um, oops. We're going to set up a little area right here. Won't be too far. The sugarcane I'm thinking we're going to do out around the canal on those banks. And again, the drawback here is we won't constantly be there to keep it growing. But I think we'll be in and out enough that it should do okay. So, I think we'll do. Man, it seems like the days are going quick today. But I guess we were way out at a treasure ship last time we slept. Latest update? 119. The ancient cities, the deep caves with the warden. So there's a whole new underground cities. The mangrove swamps or cypress swamps, whatever they're calling them, with the new tree type, with the boats that can have the chests in them. As you know, the goats now drop horns. That's new functionality. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. I kind of like having the tree out here. I think I'm gonna go here, 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 here. Too wide. And on this one, oh, I flowing water is so annoying. There's that. That. I have to remember to grab more cobble before we head back out on our next adventure. There. Here. And we'll do a double. Might need more cobble right now. Got it at least fully enclosed. That's nice. All right, not too bad. So no set length or anything here. I just kind of did it at random. We'll let these guys grow up big and strong. Give them some light. Let's go get more cobble, and we'll bring out some wood for chests. That stone sword to start. Maybe maybe one or two of the irons to just park out there. Hey, look, there's a goat. Goat enclosure, at least, up on the slope. It will be. We got to find a geode so that we can get an amethyst shard, and then uh, did I bring back the piece of copper? I think you just need a single. It's copper ingots and amethyst shards, so it will be. But there's the best way to find amethysts is really to find abandoned mines underground and go from there. Um, it used to be looking in the ocean, but they in 119, right, the latest update, they did nerf how often geodes appear on the surface of the ocean, or not, not on the surface of the water, but on the land, the top of the land underwater. So they would stick up as these big egg-shaped domes underwater, and the designers were like, that's a little more easy than we really intended to make those to find. So they pushed them all deeper underground. So you really got to be mining or caving to come across those. But I think they have a greater likelihood of touching lush caves or abandoned mines. Yeah. That's very demanding, dude. Let's just take a step back, take a big deep breath. It's gonna be all right. But yeah, hey man, I don't have any issue when that makes sense to do, making a spyglass, and I'll even name it a telescope for you. Um, but yeah, you're gonna find out they're not quite as cool as you think they were. But yeah, hey man, I'm a fan. All right, we did have all of these. So we now have our full stack of salmon. That's good. We need to grab the cobble we were talking about. And I don't know if we're going to need quite 9. We need wood for chests. In fact, I don't want to... Let's make... That'll be 4 double chests. That should be good. Grab those, and we'll grab all of this. It gives us a little more space here. That stuff goes out. We fill in the rest of the cobble around the bamboo. Hopefully we've got a little bit. We leave those, leave the chest, because those will fill up with bamboo very quickly. And then I think we're going to want to find some sugar cane to... there you go. Yeah. Hey, your chest, man. No problem. And I mean, what if we just fill it up so much with berries there's no room for a spyglass in there? Then what are you going to do? Get berry juice all over it? Mash it in there, all the berries pop. Could be a disaster. You got to be careful what you ask for. With habits, you never know. There we go. All right, so power in numbers here. And having these couple extra finishes that section. And then we have just a couple too many stone. So we go extra swords, extra cobble in there. Right, we still have these to trade. If we find a village, we have a treasure map to lead us back out to where we want to be. There's that shipwreck with the gravel on top of it. And before we go, we want to go find some sugar cane and start spreading it out, right? Because I've been totally negligent. Sugar cane. I thought there was some out here, wasn't there? There's not very much, though. Only when we are looking at the pandas through it. All right. I don't know. It's kind of random. Way more than I would like them to when I'm farming. Not at all in this world. All right. So real quick before we head out on our adventure, I want to do an expansion here. Obviously, our channel is okay, but I like nice and wide. And I want to get a little bit more sand here. And we're going to start lowering this whole beach to a regulation height. All right, how much sand did we get? Oh, man. Don't... What am I stuck on? How far back do you go? I thought that was wood. I hear like a telephone sound. It's not mine. Well, that is kind of a mess. Not at all part of my plans. Come on. No. As far as I know, it's not. It could be. Um, Cartographer? If I had to guess, I would say that if anybody was going to sell it, it would be the cartographer. But I don't know of that, and I don't look that stuff up online. We've discovered cool stuff about the tool traders and all that, but I do not know on the other. All right, so this is ripping off the Band-Aid basically for what I want to do. Oh, it's gonna be such a mess, but that did cave it in pretty well. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay. Done? Not yet. Alright, this is land level. I don't need to go over the top of this just yet. But really, that's not even what we're trying to get to just yet. We want to go. Probably. Oh, is that all the sand? How does that do? One more. I think we can skip that last one. Trim on the other side. This did not go far. Ow. Go far towards getting our sugarcane farm going. Mm-hmm. All right, at least we can stop that. So the idea here is parallel to our canal, we're going to set up our sugarcane farms running side by side all the way through here. And that's why I was leveling this. Why are you thinking channel? Ruining. Don't you? It's going to be beautiful. We're going to have sugarcane on either side. Beautiful. Oh, that wasn't what we wanted to do. All right, so on this will be planted. So this is going to be our run of sugar canes. And it'll get us a little more sand back. Oh yeah, so we can push out through here to make more sugarcane. stay there. Oops, one too many there. Get this one back. This is making all of this water into source. We'll eventually cover that with slabs, but this makes it arable for the sugarcane. Let the sugar empire begin. Get a bit more sand here. This is disgusting. You want to talk about disgusting? Floating blocks. Islands don't float. And there. Alright, is this... Yeah, this one too. I mean, an overhang, that's not too bad, but... Brings us back around. And eventually, I think all of this area is going to be sugarcane. Because sugar is paper, and paper is easy money from villagers as well. And I want to get it out to the land there so we can have kind of eventually a straight shot back and forth. So I gotta ask. I'm assuming that's coming from the latest It movie. It's out on Netflix or something right now. Um, have you ever read It the book? And have you seen the old movie It? Because yeah, Pennywise. You don't want to mess with Pennywise. And never chase paper. Was it a paper boat that went down the sewer? See, I don't know. In the latest movie, I maybe misstating stuff. I read that book a long time ago, and honestly, I don't know. It's not one of my favorite. I haven't exhaustively read King, but not my tops of his stuff. Um, The Stand is probably my all-time of Stephen King's. Um, but I've read The Dark Tower several times. Didn't read the book. Not a horror movie guy. Oh. I wasn't as much. I'm more appreciative of the horror genre, um, having enjoyed the like B horror movies first. I got into it from there, watching the very worst, the campy, awful, corny horror movies with just ridiculously bad costume monsters, um, and you kind of learn the motif and the genre there, and then you go back and kind of like, oh, now I'm kind of interested in how they do good modern horror movies, and there aren't this is me personally. Um, the I think the most chilled or horrific vision or something that I ever saw out of a book, or had a reaction out of a book that gave me a cold sweat and like that freaked me out was Tom Clancy's The Sum of All Fears. Another one that was made into a movie much more recently. But at the time I was reading the novel, I was in high school, I think, working at my job. I worked in a movie theater, and one of the assignments at the movie theater was to run a Taco Bell that they set up in the back of the movie theater. It was a short-lived idea. Nobody wanted. It turns out nobody wants tacos when they go to a movie, um, especially movie theater priced Taco Bell. It was like at the time a taco was like 59 cents, and they wanted to charge like $2 a taco. You could get like two tacos for $2 or something like that. It was ridiculous. It was the same Taco Bell you'd get anywhere else. It was like, dude, why do I want to pay that much just to have this at a movie theater? Watching and enjoyed was The Boy in the Walls. So we would have done well. I don't know what the meaning or thought thinking was, but while after I'd already started working there, and at the time we were like the big deal movie theater, and it dates me a little bit, but it was in the '90s. We had an eightplex movie theater, and it was the big spot. You go in there. They had Dolby Sound was a huge deal. THX Dolby Sound they put into the two big theaters when I worked there. But anyway, it had the big concessions. They had four theaters on either side, big auditorium in the middle, and we did good job. We were kind of the nice place to go watch a movie, and it was fun. A great high school job. You get to see all the movies. You got free ticket. You got 4 tickets at a time to whatever movie you wanted to go to officially, but you also worked at the movie theater, so you could just walk in whenever you want to. Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna go check out this movie. So dates and bringing friends and family and all that was great. Can't recommend it. I assume it's still kind of the same deal. Can't recommend it strongly enough. Work in a movie theater if you can. Um, and it was basically just a big hangout. Everybody there, it was like from 3 different towns around, so it wasn't like everybody was from my school, but the people that were kind of knew each other, and then there were people from other schools, so you got to interact and all that, a little bit of dating and all that kind of stuff through the work too. But it was a blast. And then they put in this Taco Bell, and everyone's kind of like, oh, like you said, right? Like, oh, Taco Bell. Okay. And it was all right. They had like the steam tables and everything in the back, and I learned at that time Taco Bell. There's nothing inherently, there's no dog food or anything like that. But it is just like the meat and all that comes in a big pouch. You put it into boiling water in a steam table kind of thing to heat it up. Put it into the pans, beans, and all that the same way. You hydrate them and the sauces and all that, and then combine it all up. Well, that was fine, but nobody was eating this food, and it would go. And they, as the movie theater, it was very strictly prohibited to steal food, right? The only job where you could eat anything there was if you were assigned popping popcorn, which was the best job. That was where you sat upstairs in the popping room with this massive table for with 2 giant popcorn poppers, one on either side, and you just ran and filled these massive, they were like garbage bags. They were food service bags, right? They weren't garbage bags. Um, of popcorn, and it was fresh popped, and then you would take it down and put it into the little display cases where people would then bag up the popcorn when you ordered it, and there you go, hot fresh popcorn. Um, but you would actually do a couple days at a time, especially leading into the weekends, right? The movie theater couldn't run out of popcorn, so you had to have lots of it ready to go, and so you would, like going into the weekend for probably a 6 hour shift or something like that, and then usually like at the end of the weekend for the midweek, there would be another one where you would just pop lots and lots and lots and lots of popcorn, and you legitimately had to test the popcorn to make sure that the poppers weren't adding like a taste to it. If it was, then you had to wipe them all down and start over again. So of course, oh, it all tastes great to me. Well, you would refine your popcorn palate a little bit while you were doing it, but it was great, and you got to just chill, bring up I think they had like a boom box or whatever up there, so you could turn up the music as much as you wanted to, hang out, and you basically had like this long shift to do nothing but pop popcorn. It was a blast. And then the Taco Bell thing was the other one in the back, and you had to just wait for orders that were never going to come for tacos and all that. But you had to start by preparing all the food, get it all ready to go, and then sit there and then sell. Basically, if you had the closing, you had to toss all this food. Well, the only resolution to that was that employees could buy the stuff on the menu, but you could load it up for everybody else. So you'd buy like a bean burrito, right, or a burrito supreme, and the thing would be like now a Chipotle burrito. Back in the day, we didn't have those, and so we had these double tortilla Taco Bell super burritos that people would come up to eat on break, and they were like dripping food all over the place. It was an absolute disaster, and I think it lasted for like one summer. They were like, yeah, we're gonna make zero money on this, and yeah, we were taking extra food, but they were throwing so much food away because it would basically just go bad and expire there, nobody eating it, and it was horrible. So it was good. But the good news was while you were sitting there, you got to read, and I was reading Some of All Fears on one of those shifts, and the description of a nuclear attack on a dirty bomb attack. So it wasn't uh, full city wrecker, but wiping out this full stadium was absolutely chilling. And that whole like real life application, not scary monsters or any of that, but terrorists getting through and doing something like that really freaked me out. So that's my kind of horror, is if there's a really well envisioned and that could actually happen type of scenario book. Those are the ones that freak me out, and they're the ones that, like I said, with the Stanley Cup stuff, when I was hanging out down in a big gathering, everybody was kind of looking around now and being like, if something went bad, how do we get out of this? This looks a little intimidating, to be in this crowd, and I think a lot of people share that. That's more scary than the scary monsters and that kind of stuff. But they still make an a little bean, extra sauce, extra onions. You may hate beans. I'm a big bean guy. High protein, high fiber, no fat, or low fat, and no carbs. Gotta like your beans, man. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, I did time as an unofficial Taco Bell employee, and I can't say I came away being like, oh, I got to eat Taco Bell now. Every once in a while, it's kind of fun. When we were young, my grandparents had a little boat, and our family would go out to a lake to go for boat rides and picnic basically, or boat breakfasts as we called them, where we'd all get up late and go out and go to the structure, like a pavilion, basically just a concrete slab with a solid roof over the top, open walls. But it had a bunch of picnic tables sheltered, and you go out there and bring a camp stove and cook up breakfast and spend the day basically out on this little island. It was wonderful. And in the evenings, we would sometimes do like pick up a bucket of fried chicken, take that with, or we would Um, get like I don't know if they did it back at the time, but like a 12 pack of tacos, right? Soft or hard shell. Take those out as a family and, have those and, I don't know, some lemonade. Because parents would probably have some wine or something. It's great. Uh-oh. I don't know if we are suddenly lagging, and I don't know what the deal is. I'm back at the base switching up my stuff, and I'm looking up. I see the chat updating, but I still see the boat in the middle of the river with the rain falling down. Troy, if you're there, are you seeing that the stream has frozen? I'm trying to see if that's my view of the chat, if I just need to reload it, or if it's something on my end. Um, Current live video should be me in the base. It's jumping forward. I've got my inventory up. Yeah, another bad opinion. See, this is where I'm very worried about the lag, though. Showed you what? Showed you inside? All right, now I'm looking at the furnace on my video. You restarted the stream. Did it catch up? If you restarted, I am looking straight up. I'm going to switch helmets right now. When I do, I haven't yet. I'm holding the iron helmet. When I put on the iron helmet, say iron in chat. There. It's so weird. I don't know. I didn't see anything in my game. I'm gonna back out while I'm waiting to see if that happened. I may have to. Yeah. Um, Home. Let's go. Let's go check out. Schlit is hosting. Let's go check out BAMS. Oh. Oh, it's 11:30. Probably just ended, or is ending. Still present there. All right, the chat's catching up there, but that took a little bit. I don't see anybody talking about delays or disasters. All right, he ended. Back over to me, my channel. Oh, see, now I will have ruined the. Now I'm wearing the iron helmet there. Let's switch back for me and see if that speeds things up. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004. I won't cut out loud because this could be a long time. Ooh, looks like it's going to be an Independence A and B stream. I don't know what got us. Like I said, I'd done the clean restart. I started the game early. I just got a pop-up notice. I don't know. Maybe there was a virus scan that ran? Whatever. Goodbye. I was counting. Yeah, I don't know. Your chat is off. What do you say? Mississippi? Apple? When you're counting seconds, right? You gotta say something on that offbeat. 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Or 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. That was just the one we said. Yeah, that's like bad. All right, I'm gonna dump it. see if we can restart OBS and get back up. So for anybody enjoying the VOD, check out Part B coming shortly in the YouTube channel or here in Twitch. You'll see the two versions popping up. Again, if you see, anytime you see an episode with a Part A and B, jump back to Part A, start from there so you get them in order if you care to. But that is... it's just unfortunate, but trying to manage the chat and all that when we've got this much of a thing. Yeah, you're a Mississippier? All right, well, that's fine. Each their own. But yeah, I don't know why. We just counted thousands. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the game. I think the game is all right. I haven't noticed any problems with it. So just OBS will end the stream and start back up. I will be back with you all in just a moment. Here we go. See ya.